Hey guys, I am back home from the gym. I have washed my hands because that's gross. So I didn't buy much because I'm keeping it really simple, because if it's not simple I'll probably overeat. Avocados aren't ready yet and bananas are for another day, so I will pack those away. We still have some leftover barbecue from Sunday, which would absolutely go down a treat. I did have a little bit for breakfast, but the thing is, like, it's not really the most healthiest alternative. Or not alternative, just healthy in general, because lamb, I find lamb is actually really bad protein. It's delicious, but it's so fatty. And definitely not what you want to be eating when you're trying to lose weight. I used to love eating lamb cutlets, and that used to be like what I would use as my main protein, and just have like 2 or 3. Because you feel like you're eating less, but there's such a big fat content to it. They're absolutely delicious, but just not delicious for my gut. Yeah. But I realized I've actually got a really good body to kind of start off with. Like, if I wasn't chunky, then I wouldn't have an ass, and having an ass is a pretty important thing. But it's not cool if you have an ass on your stomach too, because you're fat on both sides. But that's okay. I'll show you what I'm making for dinner. So I'm just really trying to find my feet at the moment with this whole vlogging process. Of course, it's not something I need to do every day, and it's not something I intend to do every day for a long period. We are like on the final 2 weeks of like all the renovation stuff. We're waiting for parts, and basically it'll be go, go, go. Aw, it's bruised. Damn it. Anyways, but yeah, like there's a lot of other parts to it and things I'll add as I go along. I don't really want to invest the money into that kind of stuff unless I see myself hiring it out for other people. Like, again, only 2 photographers. It's definitely not something I want to do for the public, just 2 friends, people I know, you know, connections and stuff. I might just cook these whole. Yeah, I was gonna cut it in half, but I don't think we need to do that. But yeah, so it's just gonna be a bit more full on, but I would love to get into it a little bit more full time. I think I've always loved YouTube because I love talking to myself. And somebody said the other day, my friend's boyfriend actually said to her that, like, it's like my form of therapy, and honestly it is. Sometimes in life you just can't rely on people to be there for you, and sometimes you get the little perks of, you know, a few people you get to talk to, relate to. But I think my main purpose for it, I do enjoy creating content, as much as I say I hate it, because I do want to live in the moment. So I want to be able to create content on my own accord. That's obviously something that's very, you know, healthy, to have that kind of lifestyle and not let it consume you so much. Of course, let's say one day I get famous and shit. There's always that potential of things kind of getting blown out of proportion, not really having a life outside of literally being on my phone. I don't exactly want that, but I do enjoy capturing my life. So if I was doing that full time and it was really, you know, giving me the reward where I don't have to be so involved in my other personal businesses, of course, I'd love to take content, right? So there's things, pros and cons to everything. You just gotta see what works for you. And yeah, I'm actually just really excited to see that there could be some sort of consistency going on here. I think I've just learned to let go, and I think that's the biggest issue. You know, I'm very self-conscious about my double chin. I don't look good in every angle. As Nicki Minaj says, you're a baddie when you look good in every angle. That bitch ain't me. That bitch ain't me. And that's okay. I think what speaks louder than words is my personality. Although, you know, sometimes people say like personality doesn't always go a long way. I think it does. It just takes a fucking long time. That's for sure. But I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, I'm just having a great time creating content, to be fair. So no dramas. I don't even know where to start with this. Far out. Whoa. I realised with cauliflower, it's a bit easier to cut randomly, whereas broccoli, I find a lot of the little spritzes kind of go everywhere. I did a great job. I chose the one that looks off. Is it off? I don't know, I'm gonna cut around it. Is that gross? No. Okay, get over it. Paul says the food snob. Yeah, I'm gonna chuck that one out. That actually looks chat. Yeah, life is lifing. A lot of things I have gone through over the last few months. A lot of change and unexpected things happening in life. How am I navigating it? I'm getting there. Like, I think in life there's always someone that's doing a lot worse than you. So it's not dismissing how I feel. I'm not doing that. It's just more shedding light to knowing that, you know, there's going to be a better side. When there's things that go on in your life, there's always going to be, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel, and I do believe that. Sometimes you feel kind of guilty that you kind of move forward and you were able to kind of overcome a big issue, something like grief. I don't think you'll ever really be the same after grief. I don't think that. But I do think that you can start living life very differently, and your mindset will be exactly how... will exactly determine how you move forward, you know, and the speed of how you move forward. But again, in your own time, and you never know. Like, when you go through breakups and shit, you always come out of it 1,000 times better. So what is it different to, you know, when you're going through other shit? It's the same stuff. It's hard shit, you know, you still go through things all the time. And it depends on you, on how you get over it, how you overcome it. And personally for me, it's brought the best out of me. I think I would definitely say that I struggled to be on my own in my first relationship, my first extremely long term, not really extremely, but my first long-term relationship for 4 years. That really taught me a lot because I struggled to be on my own. Not that I relied on him in certain circumstances, but I liked his company. I was always insecure. I always felt like, you know, there was always competition around, and like there was, but like if you ask me today if my man was getting hit on, would I care? I'd probably be like, not really, because he chose to be with me. And will that make me get cheated on? Probably. A lot of guys cheat, you know. It is what it is. My ex cheated on me, and how was I going to prevent it? They're going to do it anyway. So what's the point of like, it's actually quite tiring. Like, what's the point of nagging them? It's really just stupid. Like, there's no point. There's really no reason to nag. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, just don't let things get to you. Like, I think a lot of us girls just forget who we are, and you know, we feel a bit shitty about ourselves. I think we sometimes lose ourselves when we fall in love, because I feel like, I'm not speaking just for myself, but when we fall hard. And it's difficult, you know, when we submit to our men, we want to do everything for them. And sometimes we kind of lose that independence a little bit, or we, you know, become a mum. And that's something I'm trying to learn. Like, you can't say that you're perfect and your relationship didn't work out just because of the other person. Like, in my situation, like my recent one, not recent, my most recent one, yes, it was really out of my control because it was a problem that was there prior, but you know, I still see my flaws through that. I didn't respect my ex because he didn't treat me very well. But I should have left. I should have respected myself earlier and left earlier. I mean, I left pretty quick, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could have stayed there for years and years, but I didn't. I moved pretty quick as soon as I started to realize, like, okay, shit, I'm not really being valued here. So it really just takes time, and you can't put a time frame on shit like that because you just don't know. You just don't know how you would react. You don't know how you are in that moment, where you are mentally. For me, like, I had some shit already going on with work. Like, I was hating my job. So I really, in a way, like, I was so happy prior to it. And in a way, I came to a point in my life where I was like, I'm not really happy anymore. But I only felt like work was the issue, but it wasn't just work. It was also my personal life and my relationship as well that was, you know, just defeating me completely. And that took me a while to realize, but the reason why I also took a while to leave, I didn't know I was being cheated on, by the way. I found out after I had already left. I just needed to selfishly, I needed to get to a place where I felt as though I was going to be okay. That's why I took so long to leave, because I needed to know in my heart that this was the best decision that I needed to leave. So that was a huge lesson for me, and I think I handled that situation as best as I could. Could I have left earlier? 100%. But the thing is, I'm a person that believes in second chances. I believe that people go through a lot of things, and if they're willing to work on it and go to therapy and stuff, like that's really hard, you know, because they did try. They went to therapy, and even then it was not enough. They're the problem now, not me. But yeah, I don't hate them. I think we all go through our different sets of, like, through our different stages of life, and sometimes we think we're genuine. Fuck. We think we're genuinely ready, but we're just not. That's okay. That's okay. We regroup, we learn, we reflect, and we just make sure that we heal our own selves before we can hurt other people. And that's all I could hope for my ex-partner, to not hurt another girl, because the way I was hurt, I don't think anybody deserves to feel that way. Given that I'm quite a strong person, imagine it was someone that couldn't handle what had happened, and, you know, God forbid something bad happened and they didn't want to be here anymore, you know. It was, yeah, definitely lots playing on my mind at the time, but honestly, for the best. I'm in such a much better place, and I'm so grateful. In a way, so grateful to have experienced being cheated on. So grateful. Because I don't think I would be the person that I am today without that experience, firstly. And I think it's given me a different superpower to see through people, to know what I want. I've been single for probably over a year now. Just over a year, like literally just hit the year mark not too long ago, and I really feel so different. I can't explain it. I don't care for dating in the best way possible. Not that I don't care for dating, definitely waiting until I kind of meet the right person. I don't have any crushed garlic. I can't be bothered because now the freaking thing's contaminated. We normally have like frozen garlic, the minced garlic that my mum does. So when you like just put it in, it just defrosts and it still tastes like fresh garlic. Because fuck garlic. Fuck garlic. Leave that shit back in 2023. 2024? Because it's almost 2025, okay? Let's move on now. I have no more fucking olive oil. Fuck, I should have bought that at the shops. Although I think I fucking over-oiled that. Oops. Oopsies. However, yeah, let me just finish off what I was saying before, but you just gotta go through a lot of different things in life, and I think hardship and all that kind of stuff will shape you to where you want to be. And I'm really not bitter about all the bad stuff. Like, the only things I really struggle with now, I'll be honest, like, I've poured more into my friendships because I felt like I gave my all to my partners at the time. But now I see it differently, because now it's not just that it was my partner that I poured myself into, it's everyone and everything that I put my energy into. I give too much. It's just my personality. I give way too much of my energy. And it's never reciprocated. And then it's just so sad to know that, like, it's just never ever reciprocated. And it makes me really upset, not gonna lie. Yes. Yeah, it makes me really upset, and there's nothing I can really change about that besides myself. People are never going to be on your level, no matter what it is, regardless if it's like in ranking in life, job, life, everything. They're never going to be the same. So you can't expect them to want to also reciprocate the same kind of energy. There's definitely going to be people out there that respect what you do. Just mind you, there will be, and that day will come for you. I don't know when, couldn't tell ya, but it will come. It will. And I'm not like waiting for the right types of friends or that kind of stuff. Like I do have good ones around me. I definitely feel that there could be a better, like in terms of quality around me. And that's why I'm just being more wary as I grow up. Not to talk bad on anyone that is around me or in my life at the moment, but I think it's just being aware. It has nothing to do with being a bitch, talking smack. It has nothing to do with that. I think sometimes in life you're on different paths. There's going to be people that you align with, there's going to be people that you don't. Like, you know, I work for myself. My life is very different to a lot of my friends. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be their friend. No, that's not what it means. But I'm saying there's going to be friends that you have that you go to talk shit about. There's going to be friends you go to go clubbing. I mean, not that I fucking go clubbing, but you know what I mean. Your party friends. There's going to be people that you meet, friends that, you know, you want to go on holidays with, people you can tolerate on holidays with. Some people you just can't. Doesn't mean you don't love them. It's just, traveling is a tough thing, and some people like different shit. Some people want to chill. Some people want to go and fucking book every second hour of the day. Some people like nice hotels. Some people want to stay at the backpackers. Fuck, it just, everyone's different. We have our different strengths, and it doesn't mean that your friends have to excel in everything. But I think the only thing I ever want from friends is support. And I don't even feel like I have that, because asking for help sometimes just seems like too much. Yeah, it's just tiring. It's a whole tiring thought, and it does really weigh on my mind a lot, and I think these past few days particularly. But yeah, I just hope that things all kind of fade out. It could just be a me thing, just going through a lot of change in my life, and it's making me reevaluate a lot around me. I obviously don't want to be like this. I don't want a hard life or anything like that, but sometimes things just happen, you know? Yeah, that's my fucking TED talk for the day with advice. Just protect your fucking energy. I said it earlier, protect your fucking energy. Shit happens, get over it. Am I putting more oil? Fucking oath I'm putting more oil, okay? It's gonna fry off anyway. I'm not adding oil to the pan once I cook. This is more for the flavour because it's a basil oil. And I felt like it was just getting a bit dry with all the rubs, and I don't want it to necessarily burn. But anywho, I'm just going to put the pot on.